In Britain, we're really lucky. We've got some magnificent coastline and some wonderful surf. But this is Scrapheap Challenge, and this week we're building motorised surfboards out of scrap. Welcome to Scrapheap Challenge from Bristol. I'm Dick Strawbridge, and today's programme comes from a city with its roots deep into seafaring and engineering. This is Brunel country. Behind me is the SS Great Britain, once the largest and most advanced steamship of its time. Designed by the legendary engineer Isambard King de Brunel, it was launched from this very dock in 1843. Brunel's left his mark all over Bristol, from the famous Clifton Suspension Bridge to this amazing swing bridge that goes across the Avon and is a brilliant vantage point for watching our motorised surfboards. In this week's challenge, 3 teams from across the UK have just 4 weeks and £450 towards costs to build giant 3-man surfboards from scrap. They'll come here to Bristol's historic docks to compete over 2 rounds. Whoever comes out on top will take on my ultimate Scrapheap team in today's final. A team almost as legendary as Brunel himself. Dick's Diamonds. My team is the best the Scrapheap has to offer, so home teams, you better watch out. My second in command is Jim Milner. With a brain like Einstein and hair like Pamela Anderson, he's got the perfect credentials for tackling Scrapheap's Baywatch Bonanza.
It's going to be very entertaining. I can see us getting very, very wet on this.
My team has the same money as the home teams, but only a week to complete the challenge. We need a mountain of scrap on tap. What better than our own working scrap heap?
Really looking forward to this week's challenge.
Yeah, and our star scrapper, as soon as they arrive here, they smile. They're immediately at home, aren't they? For each new challenge, Jim and I are joined by a superstar scrapper. For our giant surfboard build, we've called in marine construction specialist and previous Scrapheap veteran, Will Trickett. Known affectionately as just Trickett, he's previously been in Dam Busters and a member of the Grunts in the Brawn vs Brain special, as well as scrappy races. If we've got any chance of sailing to victory on this one, then Trickett's the man who'll help us do it. Hello, mate! Good to see you, Trickett.
Trickett, how you doing? Jim, right.
Our heat, mate, what do you reckon?
It looks okay. Yeah. The challenge this week, you'll love this one. We've got to build a motorised surfboard that all 3 of us can actually go on, but we're not allowed to have any mechanical kind of steering mechanism.
Right, rather than actually starting off thinking about what we're going to build, it's worthwhile just having a little look around, see what we find,
check it out.
And then bring the bits together and we'll see what the design is.
Okay.
Have a walk around, mate. Make yourself at home.
Then, well,
you get a cup of tea afterwards, you know.
Oh, fantastic.
We're good to you think that. For us and the home teams, this motorised surfboard challenge is going to be tougher than it might seem. The craft needs to be large enough to carry all 3 team members. It needs to be highly manoeuvrable, but like a conventional surfboard, it can have no rudder. The teams will have to use body weight alone to steer it. There won't be any large waves in Bristol docks, but our course will have a number of obstacles that the teams will have to negotiate. There are plenty of headaches facing us and the teams.
Just what I was looking for. Curlers.
The wheel nuts from Bedfordshire are new to Scrapheap and they're led by James Warner.
I'm James.
I'm Dan.
I'm Julian.
We are the Wheel Nuts.
We're called the Wheel Nuts because we enjoy tinkering with cars. We knew each other from back in school where we used to race lawnmower-powered go-karts.
I've built 2 road legal trikes. I do a lot of work on my motorbike and enjoy taking it out to rallies and things. And also got a classic car which I also like driving around and working on in my spare time.
I've supercharged a Peugeot 106 and I'm currently rebuilding a 1950s car.
I just like annoying the neighbours.
None of us have surfed before, but we're not building this to get wet. We're building this to win, so.
I think we're going to be good at Scrapheap because we worked on a wide variety of projects, from cars to robots, trikes. The surfboard suits us down to the ground because we're good at engines, good at vehicles. So I think we're going to do really well.
OK, kids, you might have trikes and classic cars, but we've got Trickett the boat building bodger. And age on our side, so watch out. Trickett's come up trumps and found us an old van roof.
Look at that, good underside. Pretty dynamic as well.
It's actually steel as well, isn't it?
Yeah,
So-
we can weld stuff to it. These ribs here, Dick, see those?
Yeah.
Those for high-speed planing.
But it'd be really embarrassing if it didn't float with 3 of us on it.
The other option is, of course, I mean, we can work it out probably later. We can always increase height, as long as it doesn't have sides, as long as the flat top.
So we've got flat top tip.
Yeah.
What was this foam you said you'd seen?
Yeah, I'll show you. It's around here.
Go and check that out, because we might be able to increase it by the depth
Yeah.
of the foam.
The next team from Torquay have got a lot of experience of Scrapheap. And with a name like Beach Bums, this challenge should be right up their street.
Andy, Simon, Gilly, Beach Bums! Yo! Hey!
These 3 wild lads from Torquay are no strangers to big marine challenges.
Put it in your pocket!
They've dished the dirt in earth movers and launched themselves to victory with human cannonballs. They turned up in drag for drag racers, got bogged down in swamp racers, and sunk in airboats. These mad men really are committed petrolheads.
Mr. Fiat, he say 30 horsepower is okay. But the Beach Bums, they say 130 horsepower is enough. Gilly's a firefighter. He's a lovely lad. He takes things very seriously. He's very committed. Nice guy.
Who's this Dick Strawberries then?
Simon is one of a kind. To say he's mad is an understatement. He is the craziest guy. We've got to have him on the team, not because he can do anything with spanners, but purely and simply because he's an absolute crazy man. He's a fireman. Dashing good looks, massive eyebrows. Did I get you in the eye then? He's a nice fella, really. Now, Mr. Strawbridge, you might have a lovely moustache, but your boat is going to be in our wake.
I don't think so. Never underestimate the diamonds. Jim has come up trumps and sniffed out a potential power source for our surfboard.
Well, I've got some good news and some bad news.
Oh, yes?
Nope.
Good news is, I found something that I think we can use.
What's the bad news, Jim?
The bad news is, it's not scrap. It's up for sale. Someone's bought it in, but it's actually not that bad, so I think they want to resell it again.
I haven't seen it anywhere.
It's a pair of jet skis.
What is the chances of us having this working? Because
Well, I've looked over this one. There's a few missing bits on here, but the bits are on that one. So, I mean, if you can strike a deal to kind of say, can we get one working one out of these 2?
yeah,
then I think we've got actually something here that could work.
Yeah.
it's worth some money. Let's see what we can get it for. The chuggers from Cheltenham are new to Scrapheap.
I'm Nigel.
I'm Dave.
I'm Jamie.
And we are the Chuggers.
There's nothing this Wiltshire team like better than a bit of serious off-roading.
It's quite nice seeing my dad and my partner actually on telly, because they both like bodging things and mucking about with stuff, breaking things, so it's quite fun.
Everything in my house is either a bodge. Every car I've had is a bodge. So no, it didn't really surprise me when he said he's going on a Scrapheap challenge.
I'm still getting wet and outside, not like him. Look at it worse.
More taking the mickey out of each other than actually doing anything. So it'd be quite nice if they just knuckle down, get on with it and get it done.
So just how qualified are they for this marine challenge?
Oh, well, I've got no experience of boats or anything. Just done a bit of surfing. I think it'll work.
They'll need more enthusiasm than that to take us on.
If it's got wheels on it, we'd probably have to go out building something like it, but nothing like this.
Oh, Dick, you better watch out, because we're going to beat you by a country mile with our machine. So you better watch out, because we're coming to get you.
It'll take more than a bunch of greasy petrolheads to beat the slick Dick Diamonds. Have the home teams got what it takes to beat the super scrappers that are Dick Diamonds? I don't think so. After taking on board seafaring scrapper Will Trickett, my team have blasted £350 of our budget on a pair of knackered jet skis. We've scavenged the roof from a small van to act as the hull of our monster surfboard and plan to use old insulation panels to create the craft superstructure.
Hey ho! Oh, you want to actually line it up?
Yeah, I want a bit of a feel, because it looks all squiffy to me. Because there's a very good chance when we put these two together, it's going to be like that.
Yeah.
But if you look at this and that together, how far do we stick it back?
Well, let's put it alongside it and have a look.
Yeah, but I don't even have a feel for that. In the hope that we can manage to get at least one of the 2 jet ski engines running, we plan to incorporate the one-man craft into our new hull designed to carry all 3 of us. Using a marine engine is crucial as it's already designed to work even if it gets wet. To build the larger hull, we're using the van roof, making the decking from light but strong insulation material. Go along. We're hoping that this rather cumbersome craft will cut through the water like a real surfboard, and that the 550cc Kawasaki engine will have enough oomph to drive all 3 of us chaps through the waves to victory. So basically we're saying the rear is coming to about here?
Yes.
Yeah. The rear comes to about... Where do we go? At the moment, our system involves a surfboard that is that lid, part of this buried in it, part of it sticking out and then filled in. Mm-hmm. The key element is, I think, when all that torque comes on, all the force comes on the bottom, it's going to want to come up, isn't it? So we have to get this front to back bit's key, but we have to keep it lightweight. Lightweight is the name of the game. We're not exactly ballerinas, but with Trickett and Jim on the case, it's sure to be a triumph. The wheel nuts are using a jet ski as well, but they've gone for fiberglass, no steel, not very scrappy. Over in Bedfordshire, the wheel nuts have assembled their bits, and like us, they're now working out where it all goes. Unlike us, they're using a 440cc jet ski engine with a 550 exhaust, and looks quite new. Oh dear. The wheel nuts design relies on a hull built out of a polyethylene foam core with a fiberglass skin, with the engine mounted at the rear. Their board will be in 2 halves, joined with a large pivot, so the rear end can move independently to steer the craft. But rather than go for a ready-made hull like us, these boys plan to carve their own out of the foam.
This is us, 3 team members. This is the front board and the jet ski engine we've mounted on the back here. So what happens is we lean over to the left, the pivot's on an angle, so whilst it leans over, it also bends, so we end up sort of turning through the water. And again, if we do that to the right, then we end up going right through the water. Then hopefully when we straighten up and stay level, it hopefully goes in a straight line.
Right, let's get cracking then.
Steering should be pretty sharp. We're going to have a keel at the front and a keel at the back, so they're both going to turn because the board's pivoting, so it should turn really sharply.
I don't think we're going to have any problem with the engine because it's straight from a jet ski and it's designed to get a little bit wet. It's designed to be lightweight.
Apart from weight, manoeuvrability is key to these builds. So have these whippersnappers got it sussed?
We will be going in a straight line and we will be going around corners. It's going to work.
Definitely going to work.
Definitely going to work. How's it looking, mate?
Yeah, it's okay.
You've got to hand it to the wheel nuts. They're confident. But there's one thing they don't seem to have enough of. That's good old-fashioned steel.
I'll tell you what, Dick. This is going to be a rubbish surfboard.
Back at the Diamonds workshop, there's a build coming together that Brunel would have been proud of. Tricky, if this doesn't fit, if there's big holes in this, it'll be very embarrassing.
I know.
Oh, well, it's close.
What? It's all right. Push it in a bit, Jim.
You can't.
Okay. There you go, that's all right.
You can't. Look at the holes. We're talking about a good inch tolerance on each side.
Oh, I'll be able to pull that in.
With what?
Jim on one side, me on the other. Go on, push.
Yeah, I am. Oh.
Right, bend it in.
It doesn't work like that, Cricket, mate.
It's a bit wide at the back.
That'll be just fine. I've got to run me 2-inch box through here.
It's
anyway.
not just me. I'll do the engine. Okay. You do the cut.
At least our surfboard's going to have a hull made from steel. Over in Wiltshire, the chuggers like to have a laugh, and they're certainly having one with their build.
It started off being a cross, and now it sort of resembles a coffin. So as David says, if it goes wrong, they're going to crucify me on the cross and then bury me in the coffin.
The power unit they've planned seems like a non-starter to me. But wait, in the nick of time, Dave's got a plan.
We've decided to use the engine now. So plan A doesn't seem powerful enough for the weight of the frame. So I might as well use the bike.
These maestros of innovation and champions of on-the-job improvisation have decided to throw out the old design at the 11th hour and go for a totally different means of propulsion. Now their wooden hull will have a whopping 600cc motorbike engine. Their design is basically a motorcycle engine with a wooden frame powering a boat propeller at the rear.
Basically, we're going to use the original subframe that's holding the engine anyway, and then make some brackets up to support it actually on the surfboard. So rather than take it off and trying to make up whole new mounts, use the original ones. It makes it a lot easier and simpler then.
I get it. The Chuggers plan to build the world's first sinking surfboard by fitting it with an engine so powerful that it'll make a beeline for the bottom. Excellent plan, fellas. Hang on, haven't they forgotten something?
Now, which side do I put the tax disc on?
Back in the Diamonds workshop, we've no reason to be smug. Jim's had a lesson in the varying requirements of marine engines the hard way.
Had a slight issue this morning. I know with outboard engines on boats, you always put the water on first because you can damage them if you try and start them. Apparently these are exactly the opposite. You get the engine running first, and then you put the water on. So we're there looking to make sure the water system was complete. It's like, yeah, water's running out, but unfortunately, as it was running out, it was also filling the engine with water. So we do get damp spark plugs at the moment. But we'll dry it out, it'll be fine.
It better be my ginger genius, otherwise you'll be in the water towing it yourself.
I'll have it going by 5 o'clock.
What's time
Which day?
Today. It's 2 hours.
2 hours.
2 hours. I think we still have a bit of an issue with water.
Oh dear.
Yeah, we stopped petrol. I think we'll get all three of us on the surfboard. How it actually goes with three of us on it is going to be very entertaining. I can see us getting very, very wet on this. We've worked out the buoyancy of it. We know it should support us all, but it's one of those things, until we actually get out there and test it, we're not going to know exactly what it's going to do.
The beach bums are using a motorcycle engine. I hope they keep it waterproof. It could be a disaster. The boys in Torquay are more worried about their racing pedigree.
My mother was once married to Evel Knievel's distant Alabama cousin.
Right. It's the same mother, just a different father. We're direct cousins from him.
Yeah, they had a brother and he had wooden legs, but he had real feet.
Stick to the build, guys. Their design uses windsurf boards as the hull. Onto this, they've mounted a whopping 900cc motorbike engine. They plan to mate this massive power source to the drive of a conventional jet ski. With this strange hybrid, they hope to take advantage of the bike engine's power and the jet ski's marine propulsion design. It's a complex build that could turn out to be incredibly fast.
Thrilled to bits because it combines the two really favourite things of ours. That's surfing and bike racing. So what we thought was we'd get a nice big windsurfing board, put a great big Kawasaki 900cc engine on it, which is going to produce about 130 brake horsepower, which is going to be more than enough. Then we decided what the best thing to do is to propel the back part of it was use the output of a jet ski. So we've chopped the jet ski in half and married up the jet ski to the actual output shaft of the Kawasaki bike engine.
With it still in bits, its potential is still something they can only fantasize about.
So I'll tell you what we could do actually, when we win, right, as a finale, we can get all the other teams to line up their boards and we'll jump them.
Absolutely.
Yeah, just like we did in Vegas, remember?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like we did at a travel lodge.
Yeah.
In Dick's Diamonds workshop, Trickett is welding a steel frame to the hull. But Jim is still messing around with the jet ski.
There does seem to be quite a lot of rubbish in this.
Yeah, it's quite gooey.
Unfortunately, it hasn't gone as well as it should have done to this stage. We've got holes in our surfboard and we've got water in our engine. But apart from that, the plan's not too bad. The difficulty is going to be when there's three of us, a bit of anarchy in there. How are we going to control it? I'm just not convinced, A, that it'll float, and B, that we'll actually turn corners. But apart from that, it's easy. First things first, has Jim knackered the engine?
Very little forward.
It's all right.
Right, let's pin it now.
Yeah, and the actual drive shaft's spinning nicely. That's good.
Excellent.
Cool.
It's sound.
Oh! Hour and 5 minutes to go.
That's an hour early.
Yeah, we can give it a quick tune up then, can't we?
It's all hands on deck at the Wheelnuts Gaff in Bedfordshire. These 21-year-old scrappers are using a grinder to shape a hole for the engine. But attaching the two sections is going to be the tricky bit.
This bit here is the pivot, and everything revolves around this. If this isn't right, the whole surfboard won't work. I mean, if this breaks, we lose the power and steering. This has got to be strong. So we've got to get this right.
If this goes right, I think we're on for victory. If this goes wrong, we end up with two surfboards and we're not going to get even round the course. We're just going to be floundering around, the board's going to go off, and we're just going to be sat there at the start line looking completely stupid.
We decided to cut some pieces of oil drum to use as steering rudders.
That side.
This side.
We hold it on.
The curve of the side walls should give us the shape we need. Slabs of insulation stuck onto our upside-down van roof will hopefully keep us three slender gentlemen afloat. But as Jim is keen to point out, we'll need something to hold on to.
It has to be a rail round the outside.
What, all the way around, or just
all the way around the outside?
See, he makes up these rules.
I know.
Yeah. We don't want rails. We're front to back, left to right. We're around the outside.
Safety rails, Dick.
And then I think we can go and play in the water.
In rainy Chippenham, the chuggers need to stop chugging and get a move on. They're on their way to getting the bike mounted, but need to sort out the prop shaft and propeller.
Basically, we're taking the drive shaft out, because it's a shaft drive motor. Take the drive shaft out, which will hopefully fit straight onto a bevel box, which will then transfer the drive out to the prop.
Yeah, I hope Jamie's hull will take this weight. Should do. Shouldn't be a problem. As long as we balance it out right, should be okay.
Job done. That's now the drive shaft for our prop. Hopefully, let's go and see if he fits.
Well, at least the wet weather is preparing them for a soaking on race day.
You've got two choices.
Sink
or sink a bit deeper than the first time. So, that'll be all right. I'm going on your estimation of the surface area underneath.
Our vessel is fully foam-filled and strapped up. Trickett has made a tricky frame and we're ready to go.
Okay, chaps, reasons not to put this in the water?
None.
Okay, can we carry it?
It's going to be heavy.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what all this ironwork is at the back.
I know. Okay.
Go to the toilet, you'll lose less weight than that. I mean, more weight than that. So, I have done a lot of boating, and this is resembling more a boat now than anything else.
Okay, should we get in the water?
Yeah.
Yeah, come on. Oh, you left me to carry the heavy end. Thanks, boys.
I was walking around here.
In Torquay, the beach bums seem to be taking things more seriously, and the three-surfboard contraption is coming on quite nicely. Well, fairly seriously anyway.
My favourite.
Who in this team has grown up enough to actually come up with a design in the first place?
I come up with the idea of the three floats, but Si was the first one to say to me, Andy, I've got a bike engine in that garage that needs to be used. So we're having that 900 engine on that, and that's the end of it, wasn't it?
It was, definitely, that was, yeah.
Yeah.
I nearly had that one even there for about a year and a half, wasn't it?
Yeah, sitting in the garage.
About it. As soon as you texted me, I said, put that in there, defo.
Yeah. I can use this now as a leverage point, can't I? Huh?
Oh, I see.
Mr. Strawberries wouldn't think of that, would he?
No, he wouldn't.
Come on.
He wouldn't,
Hey?
no.
He wouldn't. Look at that, look. Is that good?
He'd be dancing around singing songs from fame, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Enough of that cheek, lads. We'll see who's taking a mickey when you're sinking down in that deep water. Our fabulous vessel is ready to try, and for men of such fine stature, staying afloat should be a doddle.
That's gorgeous. Come on. That's it.
You going on the front?
Yes. I'm on the back.
Oh, yeah, floats are great.
Yeah, come on, get. I'm the one that's going to get wet now, team.
No, don't worry about that, Dick.
A glorious test run for the diamonds. Our vessel's a true champion, and race day is sure to be a triumph. I think we'd better keep this little incident quiet, shouldn't we? No one will ever know.
Whose fault was that?
The you had a chance to test this much?
No.
You haven't?
No. The only water is seen is when it's rained.
Oh dear.
The wheel nuts have tested their board, but need to find a balance between speed and sinking.
We were probably doing 10 or so knots, probably in tests, but any sort of faster, and we ended up going under, so we're hoping to manage a bit more today.
And someone should tell the beach bums that the idea is to float, not fly.
How much power have you got?
Far too much.
So come on, what's far too much?
Well, it's a 900cc Kawasaki engine out of one of my race bikes, and it's producing about 135 brake horsepower.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not kidding. You hit the throttle, if the guys aren't hanging on, they'll be off the back.
I want to know what Jim thinks of our chances. What do you reckon, mate? Wheel nuts?
Wheel nuts gone for a simple design, jet ski, a lot of polystyrene, clever steering system. They've got a pivot, so as they lean the boat, it should actually bend the boat and take them around the corners.
Okay, what about the chuggers?
Chuggers, they've got a powerful engine, yeah, 40
Yeah,
horsepower.
but it doesn't look like you wouldn't want to be on that, would you?
No, size of a propeller, it's like a 4 horsepower
It's got a little weenie
propeller.
propeller.
They haven't matched their power system up, and they don't even know how to steer it.
I think it's going to be hilarious. Okay, the beach bums, they've gone a bit professional, haven't they?
Beach Bums looks great. They've got a massive power plant, 100 horsepower, but they're only using a jet ski kind of impeller. It's not
So
designed
they've got
for
the same
that
sort of
power.
impellers we've got.
Exactly. They could cavitate on that, so they might actually just lose all the power they've got.
Who are we worried about?
I think the Beach Bums have kind of got it.
But we can't beat them.
Of course we can beat them.
The first challenge is a straight race over 50 metres. The fastest team over the course wins. Sounds simple. The fastest team will collect 3 points, the next fastest 2 points, and the slowest team 1 point. First to run are the Beach Bums, who this season are wearing matching star-studded jumpsuits and helmets with optional platform boots and cape accessories.
Actually, that looks pretty impressive.
Let's hope their Evel Knievel theme doesn't end in a big wreck. The Beach Bums wait behind the start line, ready for the signal for their timed run. And they're off! Whoa. The Beach Bums are on their run.
That's not one of them's hanging on the back.
Wow, they're hanging on for grim life.
They've got the power there, haven't they?
Yeah, and that's definitely wet.
I think they've reached top speed there.
Whoa!
That didn't sound good, yeah.
Time!
What went wrong with that? I don't know, they sucked up a bit of water or something.
Oh,
it's not good.
What's going on there?
It's not, oh dear.
I'll go see what's happening.
Yeah, go check it out, mate. Oh
Oh
dear.
dear, I think that sounds broken.
That's not looking as good as it should do, does it?
No, not
Okay,
at all.
they're quick, weren't they?
Yeah, they were quick. But they reached their maximum speed by the looks of it. And by the looks of it now, I don't think they're going to be going very much further.
Hey guys, that looks messy. What happened? We heard the clunk, and so what actually went wrong?
We've thrown a conrod out the side of the engine, which is the worst thing that could have happened to
You're
us.
kidding.
Absolutely nightmare. We're gutted.
Oh, guys, that's so sad.
Nightmare.
You looked the picked out there with the capes flapping
Were they
behind
flapping
you.
nicely, weren't
It
they?
was great. Never mind, lads.
Okay.
Cheers, well done.
Thanks a lot.
He'd come back and get a mother boat, won't he?
Yeah, that's a good idea. We'll get him another boat. Don't you worry about him. He'll be all right, mate. Okay? On Scrapheap Challenge, we look after our teams. We're going to bring them back. We leave no men behind.
Aww, are you okay?
The Beach Bums' time is a staggering 16 seconds. But as the oil cleanup team move in, the guys are far from throwing in the cape. They're thinking about fixing the craft for round 2. Let's go across the engineering. You've got time when the other two are running, yeah? And if we can get it, make sure there's no oil in it, because obviously environmentally we can't do that. Yeah, get it cleaned out, and if you can get one side, you never know. You never know.
Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, go for it. Go for it. You haven't got time to talk to us. Go and get your white suits off.
Right, let's go, let's
Get
go.
your white suits off and go and fix it. We'll just have to see if they can do it. Next, it's the wheel nuts. Can they do any better with their articulated board?
Wheel nuts, are you ready? They are actually floating. That's a good start. Okay, wheel nuts, starter, carry on. And they're off. Here they go. The wheel nuts are away. And they didn't kick any extra acceleration. No extra acceleration, but they're going the right direction, and they're going. That's good.
They don't want to break it, do they?
They're going to have to hold on tight, those boys, isn't they?
They don't exactly look comfortable. Yeah, but they're getting along.
Do you think they're going to start paddling in a moment?
It's quite surprising, though, for a jet ski engine. I don't think they've got that running properly.
Oh, and they're passing us quite rightly, bless them.
You reckon?
They're low in the water.
Very sedate.
Yeah, they're low in the water.
Yeah. And they're coming up to the finish line. And here we have the wheel nuts. And they're through there. Well done, the wheel nuts.
Well done.
Slow but sure.
Yeah,
I'll go down with it.
What do you reckon, mate?
Well, they got past the end. I mean, they haven't stressed themselves or overexerted themselves, have they? I think, you know, they're a very cool team. That was
And they're
probably
happy.
their warm-up.
They're happy. Look at that.
Them, yeah.
They're waving to the crowd. Everybody's happy.
3 boys on a plank.
The wheel nuts complete the course in a respectable 54 seconds and look considerably less scared than Jim on his jet ski.
That was a good run, lads.
Thanks.
Was your engine working at full power then?
No, we're at about half throttle. If we give it any more, it sort of starts misfiring.
Do you think they're in the running to take on Dick's Diamonds?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
No problem.
No problem.
No.
No problem. We don't need you here anymore. We don't need that sort of talk from you. Bah, humbug.
Last to go in round 1 are the chuggers. They appear to have added some much needed buoyancy to their craft.
I reckon by the time we get 3 chuggers on there, their feet are going to be wet.
The local pub has helped out with some empty beer barrels, but even so, their craft looks a little low in the water.
Quite stable when they step on.
We can't see it, it's underwater. What do you mean it's quite stable? Yes, there are 3 chuggers on their vehicle! Chuggers, are you ready? You all got your snorkels? Starter, carry on. Here we go.
The chuggers are off!
Oh, yes. Come on, you chuggers!
Oh!
Well done. And they're sinking.
Oh, it's going down!
Only at the front.
Oh, the chuggers.
Oh, no. So this is a speed run, yeah?
Yeah, this is speed run.
Oh, okay, I've got it.
Oh, I like the leg action. We got some good leg action at the back.
It's like a dog. Is somebody tickling his belly? So.
Yeah, come on, lads. They're on line. Well done, the chuggers. Yeah, they're on target. They're going for the big run here. Oh, come on, lads. We got to keep it going. Hope they takes a float to it. Yeah, hold on. They're approaching the finishing line.
Yeah.
That is the finish line.
There's only yards to go.
Okay, the chuggers are getting there.
They're almost there.
Yeah! Well done, the chuggers. They're seriously happy. What are you doing here? Go and have a chat with them.
But I think the beauty about what that is, you know, they're just so pleased to get to the end.
Yeah, wouldn't you be?
Yeah, no records. No record set, but they're happy.
The chuggers finish in a time of 1 minute 56 seconds. A great effort, considering they couldn't even float when they got here this morning.
How was that for you then?
Slow but steady. We got there in the end.
But I say, it's all right, isn't it? I mean, I saw you trying to steer with your feet and your arms and everything else you could find.
Who was surprised they stayed afloat? Me? Well, we got 2 people who are honest at least. Yeah?
After round 1, the scores are this. First with a time of 16 seconds, the Beach Bums with 3 points. Second with 2 points, the Wheel Nuts with a time of 54 seconds. And last but not least, with a time of 1 minute and 56 seconds, it's the Chuggers. They received 1 point. Round 2 is a timed slalom race designed to test the craft's handling. The team start in the centre and then weave down the course, making 3 wide turns around the buoys, before heading back up the middle to cross the finish line. Once again, the teams will be awarded points. 3, 2 or 1 depended on their finish time. And unbelievably, the Beach Bums are attempting to fix their engine in time for their race. Cricket loves a challenge, so this is right up his street.
So that shiny bit there, if we get a cold chisel on that and smack hell out of it, that'll stop the piston from dropping again, won't it? And then basically fill that up like a big poultice, like a great big napple. In theory, the rest of the engine works just fine. The crank shaft isn't actually bust, is it? So you've got a goer.
Enter Chief Engineer Hadrian.
Right, clean all that up straight away now. Okay, and then we're going to make you a patch to repair your crankcase. All right? Good man.
While the Beach Bums set to work, the Wheel Nuts are ready for their slalom race. They look pretty strong in the first round, but can their board carve through the course?
And the Wheel Nuts are coming up to the start line now. They're off! The Wheel Nuts are away!
Yes. Today, slow but sure again. Just like they did in the first one, but they did well.
Yeah, but here they come around the buoy. Let's see how they get around. Oh, look at that. Yeah. Come around, boys.
Okay,
oh, a nice little team lead.
Come by, Chef. Yeah, well done, well done. Oh, yeah, on to the next one. Are they supposed, which side of that buoy are they supposed to be?
Then they're going to go right there. No, it's all right, chicken, mate. They're okay, mate.
It's just a little bit of a panic on. I don't want these boys to move.
And they're swinging around. This is quite relevant. We should know which way to go. And they're coming out. Look at that.
Important.
Speed. Yeah.
It's good. It does turn well.
Slow but sure.
It's turning. They're a perfect harmony, I think, is what's going on here. Yeah. And they're going to swing back to the left or to the port, as we say in the nautical world.
That's right. Don't you forget that, Dirk. It's all important.
Yes. They're coming through. Oh, and they're through. They're heading for the finish line. And well done, the wheel!
Yes.
That was a cracking run.
That was good.
The Wheelnuts articulated surfboard has done them proud, and they post a good time of 1 minute and 10 seconds.
That was a great run, lads. Your turning circle is really tight.
That was the whole point of the steering system on it.
And it's working perfectly then, isn't it?
Yeah, we have. The only thing that's letting it down is the engine now.
I'll tell you, it still sounded like it was misfiring a little bit then.
Yeah, it's still not getting up to full throttle for some reason.
Have they got more? Because you remember, this is going to be a speed race in the final. Have they got enough to get through?
I think they are just saving the engine, really, for the final.
I heard a rumour that the beach bums are coming back.
Oh, no.
Yeah, heard a rumour the beach bums are coming back. Fix it.
Oh.
No, you're not so cocky. No, you're not so cocky, are you? Yeah.
On the water and set to go are the chuggers. We know they can float, but can they steer?
They're lining up for their run. And they're off!
Yes! Come on!
Oh, yes! We got some steering going on. They've changed direction.
Brilliant!
Oh, they're using the old drag leg.
Yeah, they are.
No, they couldn't get around this buoy. Oh, lads! You got to go around the buoy. Dave, stop! Did they know that? So come on, you get across there. Oh, don't miss the buoy.
No.
Yeah, we like the leg action. Cracking leg action.
Paddle.
Whoa. Watch that.
That's a part of their boats.
It's a paddle.
Yeah, it is their paddle. Okay. As long as it works, I think these boys deserve a bit of help.
At this precise moment in time, they do not appear to be aiming for any particular part of our course. They are aiming for the wall.
Yes! They're going to blow it.
They're heading in the direction of the pub they got the beer barrels from. They're using the wall.
Oh,
the wall to change direction.
There you go.
Told you that's what I'm doing up here.
I love the leg action there. The leg action's awesome.
They may be having fun, but there's a 7-minute time limit to this round, and it's running out fast.
Well, I think the chuggers are going the right direction.
I thought that they were going to get up to that other buoy. They're slingshotting around the buoy. That's what it is. It's like an orbiter.
They've only got 30 seconds left. 30 seconds left for the chuggers. And the chuggers have decided they'd rather finish than go around all those bendy bits.
I don't blame them.
Come on, chuggers, last 10 seconds. Let's get to the end, chuggers.
It's not far.
They're there.
They're there.
Right, come on, you can do it, chuggers. You can get to the end. Go. Time's up for the chuggers, I'm afraid. Time's up for the chuggers. Let's hear a brilliant effort for the chuggers.
I'll go see how wet they are.
Ironically for the chuggers, the beer barrels that kept them afloat made the boat too slow and cumbersome to steer, and the team failed to finish.
You seem to miss a few of the kind of twists and turns out on the way.
Were we meant to go round them then?
The priority was floating and staying on top of the water.
I say you've had an issue,
round.
you've had to put all that buoyancy on it and you actually just lost any steering that you had. Never mind, guys, very entertaining to watch. Cheers.
Thank you. Yeah. Cheers, thanks a lot.
Whose was the leg action?
That's my partner.
Yeah. He's a good man anyway. Well, yeah.
He has got his own built-in flippers. Size 15 feet, so...
Size 15 feet? Why did they bother with the engine?
And it seems that the Beach Bums engine is up and running. H has fashioned a repair that Heath Robinson would have been proud of.
This has been quite creative in the fact that we've used most of the materials that have been manufactured on the planet. Oh, that's compressing in a treat, isn't it?
Yeah, that was more like it.
That's what we want. Get in there.
You are joking. That's wood. It's a welding glove. What are you doing?
Red leather and plastic in there. You missed out, Dick. There's a kitchen knife underneath the whole lot of it as well.
Doing what?
Well, it's keeping the patch in place. You'd normally be ringing some sort of breakdown agency if that had happened to your car.
Yeah, relay. Yeah, we don't do relay. Get in the water. All right. Catch you later. Be good,
Dick.
The Beach Bums are on an all-or-nothing bid for glory.
Are Dick Diamond worried?
No.
No. Okay, we're also liars.
Yes.
Yeah, we're a little bit concerned, shall we say.
The signs are good. The engine's running and they're moving.
Still sounds like they've got a bit of grunt. Oh, and they've stopped.
Go, beach bums! Stopped.
Now they're paddling.
Okay. Some slight issues there with the beach bums.
Right, they've got it.
Go on, get it right, lads. Get it right. Get it on. Come on, yeah, that's good. They can't afford to have that engine on in too long.
No, they can't.
Yeah, they've got issues.
They have got issues,
apart
haven't
from
they?
their costumes.
This time, the tide has finally turned on the beach bums.
What's happened, lads?
What's happened this time? The engine was running, but something's obviously got into the gearbox now, and it wound up and bonded up so tight that the gearbox now is gone.
Good effort though, lads. It was great to see you try and get it going again.
Thanks very much. I really appreciate it.
Well done, we feel for you.
With the beach bums out of the race, it's time to reveal the final standings. It's a tie for second place, with the beach bums and the chuggers both on 3 points. But the winning challengers today, being the only team to complete both rounds, are the Wheelnuts with 5 points.
Lads, you get to see our piece of kit and take on Dick's Diamonds. Come and have a look.
It's time to reveal our radical ride.
Oh, it's a thing. Simplicity. What do you reckon, team?
Jet ski in the back.
It's a jet ski.
You just, yeah. Yeah. Okay, you spotted it.
Yeah,
and foam and things.
How do you turn?
That's the clever part.
Right.
Let's wait and see, won't you?
The final test is a head-to-head slalom race. We both must race over the course, twice weaving through our respective line of buoys before turning and flooring it in a final straight dash to the finish. First to get to the line gets the glory. This is a battle of our age and experience against the Wheelnuts youth. They've tried to add a hint of wisdom with the tash accessories, but I think 3 wet tashes will just add more weight. Let's see if our van roof vessel can beat their bodged up board.
Are we off? We're off!
No, we're off. Inside.
We're off to a flyer and first to buoy number 1.
Straight up, straight up.
Whoops, slipped. Right, this is pretty much straight, isn't it?
Keep it close.
The Wheelnuts are gaining slightly as we carve our way through the buoys.
Oh, so graceful.
Further forward, Tricky. We need the big U-turn, we need the big turn.
Big U-turn
Up
here.
to the left, hard left.
Left.
Hard left.
Okay,
All the way around to the right. All the way back to the road, steady. All the way around. Keep it coming around.
keep those revs on.
Come on, keep it coming around.
Hang on, now we've got to go round.
Go round, right.
As we make a turn for the second run, the Wheelnuts are hard on our tail.
Left.
Hard left. Well done, hard left.
Keep what's the matter?
And we're stopped. We're stopped.
Oh
Disaster! We've lost all power and the Wheelnuts are leaving us in their wake.
no. They're winning.
We haven't got any battery. We haven't got any battery. We got no battery.
Well, the battery's gone.
Yeah.
Hang on, keep the seat.
Stay forward.
Wait, come on. Easy left, easy left.
Unless we suck something down the trot.
No power!
We've got power, we've got lights in
Go
there.
easy.
I can jump in and try and clear it.
No.
There's nothing we can do to get going, and the Wheelnuts make the final turn onto the straight run home.
Just go straight up.
It's not turning over. That's not turning over.
No, it's not.
It's broken. Oh, disaster!
Oh no, let's just ride them past.
Oh!
All we can do is drift helplessly as the Wheelnuts surf to victory.
What?
Oh well. This is complete. Anyone fancy a cocktail?
What a shipwreck! There we were breezing along with an awesome lead, and then out of the blue we were scuppered. After much investigation, a lack of petrol was the cause of our demise. Unfortunately, none of us can remember whose responsibility was to check it before the race. I think it was Jim. Could have been Trickett. Definitely wasn't me.
I've got the results on a card. Yeah. I think it's because they had more facial hair than us. That's the issue. The winners are the wheel nuts. There you go, fellow. Well done. Get it across there. Congratulations, mate. Well done.
Let's just hope it hasn't got water in again. Let's just stop.
No, not yet. It always did just stop.
Were you there?
Join us next time for some more super scrapping and some monster machines.